Well, welcome back to Georgina Life. So you want to be a realtor. What does that involve? Do you want to be a realtor? Are you thinking about it maybe? Well, if you are, you're in luck because we have the best person to ask all of these questions to, David Metherall, Team Metherall.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me back.
So nice to see you again.
Good to see.
So like, if I want to be a real estate agent, what do I do? And what's it like to be a real estate agent?
Well, it's a busy job, and it's very fulfilling, and it's comfortable. You know, people can make a good living for themselves, but you know, you do make yourself available. You know,
yes,
quite a few hours in a day, and quite a few days in a week. As far as the education part,
yeah, because that's important. How do we get there to that license?
Yeah, so usually when someone asks that question, if they're not in the industry already, then you know the education side has changed a fair bit over the last few years, and in my opinion, I think it's a little bit better in preparation for new agents coming into the business, because before, I found they did spend a lot of time learning the ethics core rules and the rules, but you know, when they actually stepped out of the school for their first day, they just weren't prepared for you know, what we really do. So the new system, it is put on with Humber College, and the new system has 5 courses.
Now, I think we have an image that we're going to bring up on the screen here. That's great. Thank you.
So previously there would be 3 courses and then 2 elective courses after you were active in the field. Now there's actually 5. And the first 2, they give you options. You can do them online, and there is exams involved. And then after that, there's the next course. Couple of courses are more hands-on, where they're going through transactions and you know, sort of acting out the part of a realtor in school. And then, of course, when you complete the 5th course and the exams required, you know, you're stepped out from there into the industry. And the next 2 years would be an articling section where you would complete a couple of more courses and hopefully be mentored by a good management operation or a team.
That's key.
I love that. So there's this thing where if you're a realtor, you know, do you do this by yourself? Do you go on your own, or do you join a team? Like how do you approach that?
Well, that's a great question, and there's a lot of things that are involved. So
it's never simple.
It's never simple. So, you know, we see realtors come through the course, and if they have, you know, some sales experience from the past, maybe their last profession or whatever, or if they're well connected in the community to start with, we'll see those agents come through the schooling, and they'll actually, you know, go on their own. The going on your own, the school actually does prepare you for most of what you're going to see now at the new courses at Humber, but most of the brokerages will offer some additional training to get you up and running. The team option, you know, the first example of somebody who has a very good sphere of influence and, you know, people they can call on to produce business, they do start on their own, and quite often are very successful. Some of our most successful agents in Georgina, you know, are people that came out of school and went on their own.
Right.
That being said, the team systems are available where agents will come through the schooling, join a team. And with the team environment, there's a little bit more of the prospecting mentorship, you know, how to actually get clients, and the team atmospheres typically have a lot of connections, so they pool the leads that come in, and the new agents can, you know, be part of that pool and pick up from there.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
Which I'm a big fan of mentorship. I think it doesn't, you know, there is not an education like a mentorship experience. So I'd love to hear that.
I agree. The biggest thing, I mean, I'm 30 years in real estate, and I've actually managed real estate agents since 2001. And during that time of working with realtors, I, you know, been asked many times, why do I continue to stay in the management? And I think that the biggest thing is that if you have to teach, you have to learn.
Yes.
And it forces you to take the additional courses and,
Yeah.
and be, make sure you read the bulletins and the changes, because our industry is forever changing. The basics of real estate is building relationships with people.
Right.
But real estate is typically the largest investment most people would make in their lifetime.
Yes.
And we know that they entrust us with that decision. So it's really important that we are confident that we can sit in front of a client and make sure they're making decisions that are right for them.
And that's important because I remember when you and I bought our first house, that number, we won't even go there. But if I'm sitting across the table from you discussing purchasing $1 million home, which is not outrageous in today's market, I want to know you know what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think sometimes I have, even friends that ask me about the business. It really is a full-time business.
Yes.
And knowing, the word of the day in the real estate business is being able to pivot. So we've gone to, from a 2020, 21 real estate market. Now we're, into what we have today in 2022. Being able to pivot quickly, which involves a lot of education and studying what the market's doing, what the real interest rates are doing. That's the life of a realtor. So behind the scenes, you'll see, their advertising and their smiley face, but behind the scenes, we're constantly trying to figure out, what is the market doing?
Yes.
And, and that's really what realtors should be doing in our industry is be aware. So if you wanted to buy $1 million house,
that choke there, Dave. But
that you would trust me to make sure the house you're buying is actually worth $1 million and not worth $800,000, and you pay $1 million.
True.
So
because $800,000 makes it so much easier for me. I'm just saying.
It does.
Yes.
So to get your expertise, where do people go to contact you?
Well, to talk to me directly, we have a website, which is teammetherall.com, or they can contact us right through our phone number is 476-6060. That connects you to my team. Or you can contact
We gotta go, my dear. Thank
But
you
you'll be
so
back.
much. And
You'll be
listen,
back.
Georgina, we have so much more coming up on today's Georgina Life, so stay with us.